to them, but what's the best number you can do? I listen, don't worry about the 15K. That it might have been a typo. We have a lot of properties. Sometimes things can get screwed up. But what's the best number you can do? Because it's not about, because I tell them, it's not about what we want to offer you. It's about what you're willing to take. So don't worry about what we offering you, how much you're willing to take so I can go fight for you. So I'm not always trying to make it seem like what I'm offering, what you're offering. What's the best you're going to take so I can get you that number? That's it. That's all. That's how I'm working it the whole time. So it's not like oh, you tell me 50, I tell you 35. It's like, no, like I'm gonna say one low number. I already know that you're gonna be shocked. Then I already know I gotta cover it up and say, okay, cool, perfect. What's the best? What do you think the best number that can do for you? When I know that, now we can just go back into the regular conversation. Right? I just need a shocker that number can really come out of them without me going back and forth. And I don't. Sometimes I don't feel like going through all that. I just want to give you a real low number. Give me your counter, and then we can take it from there.
So does this encourage, a follow up with them, after that sticker shock that they get originally?
And no, because usually when you give them that sticker shot, they're gonna tell you their price, and then you can kind of already know. Like, soon you might follow up with you, and you run your comps, and either that price works or it don't work. So I'm always following up, right? So my first offer is always super low. I'm always just calling back to follow up. So after I talk to I'll tell them I'm talking to the Geek Squad or something like that. Let me talk to this Geek Squad over here. Let me talk to them, and then I'm gonna get back to you. All right. You know what I'm saying? He ain't have a date in like a year and a half. I got you. I call you back an hour. I'll call you back. If not today, I'll call you back tomorrow. Cool. All right, perfect. They smile, laugh. Hey, it's Dom again. You can't forget me. Oh, what's up, Dom? No, just got some good news, got some bad news. What you want to hear first? I don't want to hear the bad news. Why you don't want to hear the good first? Like, that's kind of weird. Now I just play around like and it's building rapport with him. So now it's like now we talking about me. It's not just Dom. It's on that. Yeah, he was really straightforward. He know what he was talking about and blah blah. And you can't get over me and say, oh Dom, well this I know my stuff to the point to where oh Dom, I'm just not gonna call him like you're lying. It's gonna cost us that's the rehab. Like, don't lie to me. Like, I'm gonna call you out on your stuff. Like, no, don't lie to me, bro. Like, I was born last night. That's not last night. That's not happening.
Right.
I'd be like, people be laughing. Oh, Don, you're crazy. And I'm like, no, because you're gonna remember me. So when I say that number don't work for me, like, go ahead, sell it. And I'll call you back in 3 weeks. I'm not even gonna say, did you sell the house? I'm gonna call you back and do something smart. Like, congratulations! Oh my God, you sold that house. No, I didn't. Oh wow, what happened? You ain't sell it? I thought you got that 100 grand. Tell me about it. So you know this 70 is waiting right here for you. You know what, Dom? You right. I signed for the 70. All right, cool. When I come back, I'm saying congratulations. Are you happy? I'm excited. I'm super excited. I know it didn't sell. They're gonna be, oh no, it didn't even sell. Why? Oh my, can you tell me more? Oh, I don't believe that. Seriously? I'm baffled. You know what I'm saying? But I got the 70K for you right now. What are they gonna say? They're gonna get a person another week and a half to close. They're not gonna close. They're gonna call me back, sign my 70, or tell me to put them at 75. And I'm like, okay, cool. I don't have no problem with bidding wars. I let the other person, I run it up to where I know it can't be feasible. Let the other person have it. They go 5K over, and I just wait and call them in 2 weeks.
All right. Any suggestions of what to look out for? Any like red flags or cautions of the market of what you've seen as of late?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I just really when you're talking to sellers, be really transparent about the interest rates. That's what I've been really using recently. Sellers like I want this price. I say, hey, listen, if it was last year, I could have gave you that price, right? But now the people I'm selling to got to pay 8% on interest. So it's like they can't really do that, right? I can't do that because I can't sell it to them for that. What do you mean by that? What was 2% interest? Like, what's the rate? Like, I have to ask them, can you just look up on a calculator? Like, what was the rates at 2%? How much your monthly payments was? Oh, it's this. And what was the rates at 8%? Oh, it's this. That's drastically different, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I can't sell at that price. Right? I'm giving them real facts. Like, this is why I can't sell. Like, if people work 9 to 5, like, you think a person can pay an extra $1,200 a month in payments? You think that's feasible? Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, cool. So now I got to deal with hiring people. They're not really used to this. They want more hiring stuff. So my rehab might cost me a little bit higher. Am I correct? Yeah, you're right. So if you was in my position, you was to go buy this house and have all this money out sitting out here, hoping that you'll get it back, what type of profit you want to make? And they're talking about at least 10, 15 grand. So you'll put out $180,000 or whatever the price is for $10,000. Come on. Let's be serious. I'm like, no, you're right, man. I really need like $40,000. So why, if you need 40, why I can't get 40? Right. So I'm having them negotiate with themselves and then explain to then they gotta justify themselves. Like the BS that they just said before, now they got justified when they say something else. And then okay, cool. This is why my offer is here. Can we get the deal done? Yes or no? Oh yeah. That's simple as that. I don't try to beat nobody up, but just everybody know what's going on with the news. I just tell you what's going on, right? And I just tell you, like, would you want to pay if somebody told you your payment was gonna be $1,000 and then now it's gonna be $1,800? Like, would you really want that property? Or what would you do? Oh, I would think I might wait a little bit. So okay, cool. So how you think it's gonna affect me when it's time for me to sell? Right, or my company to sell, right? And we're gonna have these same problems. And they're like, oh yeah. So I kind of educate them on why this is the price. It's not just why like this can be the price. Like, no, look, this is the reason. Like nobody can't pay you this price because of this, right? So I don't really try to like I mean I go low, but it's justifications on why it's low. But all that can be just on MLS. Like, hey, listen, you see this property, that's this and that. So I just go off that.
So you know what you said just now brought up a really good point to me is so when you're calling sellers, are you calling them as a buyer or are you calling them saying you could sell their property to someone else? Like how's the
Whoa,
conversation go?
whoa, 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 whoa. First of all, I can't sell nobody else's property without a license. That's illegal. So I don't say that.
You could legally sell a contract.
I can legally sell a contract, but justifying them what this contract is, that's now just makes it extra, right? So my whole thing, I tell them I'm buying because most people don't even want to pay a real estate agent, right? Let alone somebody else that's not licensed trying to sell their house. So I always tell them people I'm buying. I always tell them my company, we're buying. I always did it, even when I wasn't buying, it had the capability of buying. I always told people I'm buying because I feel as though you get the best prices when you tell somebody you're buying rather than like somebody would say, oh, because my whole thing is I would never tell somebody I'm going to sell a house for me. Like, well, why not just get a realtor, right? As an ovation, yeah, it's a little bit different. I can tell them, I say, listen, I'm gonna bring one of my out of town buyers in, blah, blah, blah. But for the most part, if it's like a straight cash sale, I'm buying it. You know, I'm paying all closing costs and stuff like that. So even when I pay all closing costs, I just want them to say, hey, listen, I sold my property for 30. I'm netting 29,000. I'm netting 29,000, a couple of dollars. I don't even want them looking at the HUD. I don't even want them looking at like I pay all your closing costs, everything, because I don't want you looking at the HUD. Like, cool. I'm gonna push it off, pass off to the buyer anyway. I don't even want you looking at it. I want you to see 30. Here's my number. Cool. Wow. Oh, 10K less. Here's your water bills and gas bills. Oh, perfect. I don't want you to split closing costs to go see this what's on the back of the paper. I don't want none of that. Just here's your paper, here's your number. Go. Get out of here. So I'm making everything super easy for the seller. Like I'm paying all the closing costs, everything, just so they can they number. If it's minus out what their debt is, it can for them it's easier. Like, hey, I know I'm supposed to get you 30, but you know you owe 10K in debt. Yes, okay, I know you're gonna walk away with $20,000. Okay, perfect. Now they looking for $20,000. Now you gotta explain that they gotta pay extra $500 for transactional fees or whatever. Now they're looking at they're looking for the 500. They're gonna see, oh, what's this and what's that? What's this and what's that? No, seller side completely blank besides they debt, and that's it. So I just gotta keep everything really smooth, like with that when it comes to that. Like I just really, really smooth. And another quick thing is I do have an LLC that is called We Flip Constructions, right? So my assignment checks do go and We Flip Construction. That's just because of a seller. Like, what is that for? Oh, that's my construction draw. So that's about it. Because I just do that because I had a big deal and the seller's like, oh my God, why are you getting 35,000? And then I figured out like, okay, cool. Let me just put this in my construction company name. And now I can just say, hey, look, that's for construction. And it's over and done with no in the conversation.
Hey man, well this was amazing. This was a definitely amazing. You dropped a lot of game. Hopefully everybody took notes. Dom, I want to say we appreciate your time. Everybody, please use the link that Dom put in his chat if you do want to have an additional resource to be able to pull data.
Yeah, and you get free 500. That link I sent y'all get a free 500 for data. So it's take the link and just you get a free 500. So that's like if I want to make sure I send y'all the link, I get a free 500 skip trace or list. So to maximize it, just use it as a skip trace and then get your list at the same time. So that way you can get both for free.
Hey, I got one last question.
Okay.
Based on what you said, because yesterday I happened to read a thread where a guy got in trouble because he marketed a house they were supposed to wholesale on Facebook, and somehow somebody related to the person found out, and he almost got jail time because he's not licensed, and so he got in trouble. So how do you market on Facebook without getting in trouble?
You cannot sell houses without real estate license. You can sell your contract. You can't say I'm selling 123 Main Street, right? But you can say I'm selling my contract for 123 Main Street.
Yeah, because we sell as wholesalers, like wholesaler, I sell contract. I don't sell houses. I'm just selling you the contract, and it's tied. The house happened to be tied with the contract. I'm not selling you a house. I'm not a realtor, nothing like that. I just sell contracts. When I'm flipping, I sell houses, but when I'm wholesaling, it's just contracts.
What's your IG name?
Mr. Dom, I put it in the chat. It's Mr. Dom Summers. It was Real Estate Dom, but everybody started doing real estate, so I had to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? I was Real Estate Dom first, and then I saw 1,000 other people. I said, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go back, Mr. Dom Summers. But I just put it in the chat. It's Mr. Dom Summers. You know, hit me up on IG. Like I'm an open book. Y'all any questions, hit me up. And I mean, I know y'all part of this class, I won't hesitate to answer any questions y'all have. Like I said, it's like it's not hard. Just put the effort into it, right? That's really what it is. I got students of my own, and they think it's hard. It's like just be consistent on it, and things is gonna happen. That's the only thing I can tell you.
Appreciate the info.
That's no problem at all.
Thanks, Dom. We appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all. Like I said, y'all need anything, reach out to me. I'll be willing to help with no problem at all. And I appreciate my guy Carter and Jess getting me back on here. I need y'all on the podcast too. I will be sending y'all links out immediately.
Again, let me know, man. Like last time you didn't even show up, man.
No, that was my listen. I ain't gonna lie, man. That was my fault. I got a co-host this time, so they keep me on track. Don't worry about it. My students ain't playing with me this time. They said, Dom, all the podcast shows we gotta be on time and ready. So we got the studio. I got you this time. But I appreciate y'all. Like I said, y'all want to follow me on IG, just give me a follow. And I mean, any questions y'all got for me, I won't hesitate to answer. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna eat my food right now. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Have a good night.
All
Have
right.
a great night, guys.
All right, bro. Have a good night. Bye-bye.